I have a great idea for another interview with friends. I want you to meet a birder who started out as a casual birder and turned into a really enthusiastic one, chasing rare birds and keeping lists. And I want to find out what it is that makes someone change from casual birder to really enthusiastic. I'm here in a good birding place, so I'm sure there's someone around here that I can interview. Let me see who's here. Hello? Holy cow! Nancy Clogston! You're the perfect person I'm looking for. Holy mackerel, Sylvia Maulding! You're both exactly the kind of person I'm looking for. I hope it's all right if I ask you if you... Holy Crazzoli! It's Cindy Armstrong! Holy horse feathers, it's Lala Poodwell! 4 people, all of you would be perfect for an idea I have for another interview. Would you guys be willing to let me ask you some questions?
Sure, Dennis, that would be fun.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
I've always enjoyed nature,
Yeah.
animals. My mom tells a story of how my sister and I used to have a Be Nice to Worm Day and put the worms on the swings.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
my
really?
grandfather had a farm, so we were around animals
Oh,
then
yeah.
a lot. And so I've always had bird feeders and bird baths up. But one day, it was after I retired, so this is like 2018, just sitting in my living room.
Okay.
And a little bird came in with a ruby crown flashing. And I was like, what in the heck is that? You know, I've never seen a bird like that. I mean,
Yeah.
then I find out later they're quite common in the winter, but I was just oblivious to it, and I
Yeah.
just had to know what that bird was. And that's when I really started tuning into trying to identify birds. You know, I found Wednesday birders. Oh, I know. At first I signed up for a birding by ear sound by Julius Haporin out at Pisgah. Met Jim Mitchell there, and he told me about the Wednesday birders, and I was able to
that's how
join
it
the
worked.
Wednesday birders. And I had my mind blown. All these skilled people that could tell what a bird was by the sound and just recognizing it and be so excited about it, and it was just infectious. And Wade and I, my husband and I, like to go camping, and we were in Capitol Reef National Park in Utah.
Oh, wow.
And I had gotten a little camera and a phone and started noticing the birds there, and I made a connection with one of the rangers in the visitor center, and so she would help me identify things, and she gave me the pamphlet for all the birds I might see at Capitol Reef National Park in Utah. One day it rained, and afterwards there was this little bird kind of marching around our campsite. Got a few pictures of it, and I could not find a match in Sibley's field guide. I did think it was an oven bird, but on this list of all the birds that do come to Capitol Reef and might come to Capitol Reef, there was no oven bird on that list. So I thought, well, what is it then? And she said, that's an oven bird.
Yeah.
Turns out I was the first one to ever claim an oven bird at that park. So that was kind of a rush, you know? It was just kind of a rush. So that was kind of fun, you know, just kind of the game part of it, just learning and challenge yourself and finding new things.
You met some people, too, that shared that enthusiasm.
Absolutely, absolutely. Through birding, I've gained some great friends, all since I retired, you know. The birding community is very important to me and valuable, and I just am really lucky to have found a lot of good friends through birding. I like the competitive nature of it. I've been semi-athletic and competitive by nature, 4 brothers, but I consider it competing with myself. I do happen to know where I am in the top 10 rankings of Lane County.
Okay, for this year.
For this year.
Okay.
Right now I'm 5th.
5th.
In Lane County for the year. Wade has family in Colombia, and so we got to go there just not too long ago.
Wow.
And Cali, where the multicolored tanager.
Yes, yes.
So we did get up into the mountains and get to see the multicolored tanager. And the barbettes.
Oh, fantastic birds.
Yeah, all kinds of tanagers. Nebraska, where I got to witness the prairie chickens on their lek doing their display, which was one of my favorite birding experiences. With Ellen, we went to Texas for 3 weeks without a guide, just did it on our own.
You went to McGee Marsh, too.
McGee Marsh. Well, Ellen and I met up there. We both drove separately. I went via Missouri and then I met Ellen up at McGee Marsh, where we camped. And right in our campground, we had blue-headed vireo, and at night you'd hear the eastern screech owl. The guides came to our campground because at night there were woodcocks. Yeah, I just love learning so much. You know, there's so many wonderful things out there that you just become in tune with, you know, and to be opportunities to go to the ocean, go to the mountains, places I maybe not have gone otherwise.
Tell me a little bit about how you got started birding.
When we moved to Oregon, and Rick's sister was into birding. Just kind of her property mainly, but she was also going on the bird walks that the bird shop down in Eugene did up to Skinner's Butte. And so I did those with her a couple of times. And then they had a field trip to the wetlands and with Steve Gordon. And people had scopes. And I looked through the scopes and my gosh, there was ducks that weren't mallards.
Oh, wow.
And there was like a green-winged teal, and I was just blown away. And then there was a cinnamon teal male, and it was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? And so that really, I thought, oh, this is fun.
When was that about?
Oh gosh, it was 1994.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of what got you real excited.
So then it was like, oh gee, so many lifers on that one trip. It was just, and there was a western kingbird.
Oh, wow.
And an orange-crowned warbler. And on the orange-crowned warbler, we could see the orange on the top of the head. And it was like, oh gee.
Did you go on any particular like bird-focused tours?
Oh yeah, Sally, Rick's sister, and I decided to do the American Birding Association's conference in Texas. It was headquartered in McAllen, Texas. And oh my gosh, one of the things I really wanted to see was a cardinal.
Oh.
They were so pretty in the books. And actually, when I saw my first male cardinal, I started crying. I couldn't help it.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
just so emotional about it. But I had 98 species during that convention. Plus, they had little, you had a card and you had the vendors sign the card, and then at the end of the conference, the vendors would pick out the card and you'd win whatever they were giving. And I won a 10-day birding trip to Colorado.
Wow, so you really started out
with a bag.
A lot of enthusiasm.
And then every year, for several years, I did a convention. I went to Minnesota, I went to Florida on the dry tortugas, and just all around.
When I had that barred owl, though, in 10 minutes.
I think you must have posted it, or
I did. I posted it.
Yeah, and it came up. I get a needs list.
Oh.
Lane County needs list.
So you had that bird was on the needs list,
yeah,
and it just
at least
popped
for
up.
for the year. It's a year thing.
Okay.
So.
And do you still want to do those kind of things?
Oh yes,
yeah?
Yes, I do. I like to pop out and see whatever's convenient, and especially like when that painted bunting was in Florence, I just had to see that. Even though I had 2 for the state already, I didn't have one for the county. This year, I've been limited because I had knee replacement surgery, and I'm not allowed to drive a long distance or walk even 2 miles yet. So that's limited the amount of birds I would normally have at this time of year. But I have managed to stay in the Lane County top 100, just barely. So that's kind of fun. And I would love to have gone after that yellow-crowned night heron, but that was a 3-hour drive each way, so that was out of the question. And that would have been a nice new state bird.
So why is it that you like to go after these birds?
Well, I like to compete with other birders, and I keep a list, so I don't want to get too far behind. If there's somebody's seen something new, I want to be able to go and see it and add it to my Oregon list. And it's just kind of just fun and something to do, a reason to get out and bird some more to an area. Even if I've already been there, maybe I don't have that particular bird.
Have you kept lists of other things?
Oh yes, as a kid I kept lists of various things that I'd seen, and even now I keep a dragonfly list and a butterfly list, and so it's just kind of, I'm just a lister by nature. Lala and Cindy have been nice enough to take me to a couple of places when I couldn't drive that far on my own, so stopping along the way to get out and rest, bend the knee a little bit. But yes.
Where have you gone with them?
I went to the coast with Lala, and I went up to Charleston Lake, I think it's called, up there in the Cascades, with Cindy. So they were both added several yearbirds to my list.
And do you see continuing this kind of birding?
Oh yes, I think this is the type of birding I will do as long as I can. It'd be nice to add another trip to another state or another country, but that's kind of not really in the works.
How it all began, how I first got interested in birds, was my daughter, who went to the University of Oregon and majored in biology and minored in environmental studies, took some birding classes. And one of them in 2008 was avian conservation. That's what it's called, I think. So she had to go out and go birding and find birds and identify them. So I tagged along with her a few times. And our first one we were at Delta Ponds, and we could see this bird kind of stuck back by the water, and it's like, what is that? You know, so I took a picture of it, and it was a green heron.
Oh, nice.
And she was like, cool, this is really rare. We were so excited. And then the next time we went to Perkins, and we're looking at birds, and this black bird, and it's like, what's that? And it was a black phoebe. So that's what kind of started me looking at birds and realizing that there were more birds than just a scrub jay. So that was in 2008 up at Skinner's Butte. And he says, oh, hey, you should come. They're looking at the eagle's nest. And he said, I don't know if it was Jim or who it was, Regali, said, why don't you come to the Wednesday bird group? So I went, Marie and I went, and then I was just like, okay, this is cool. And the group was also welcoming, and it was really fun. And so then after that, then Mark started getting into it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So and he is the camera guy. So when we're out, but it was something that we could do and go hiking and be outside and in the fresh air and do together.
And so were you keeping a list at that time?
On paper.
Okay.
Because Sylvia taught me how to do that.
Oh.
She was like, okay, you write things down. So I was writing everything down, and then when eBird came on the scene, she's like, okay, this is what you do. It was almost like a game, because you see how many birds you can get on your list, right? And then it's like, okay, next year, oh my gosh, you start all over again. And so it's just like, there was always that thing to keep you going, to say, okay, now what birds can I find this year that are fun?
Do you look at eBird to see how many birds you've seen in a month or something like that? Or a year?
Hey, once a week.
Once a week?
And I get on and I see, okay, what birds are being seen that I haven't seen yet?
Oh, sure.
Because you can see that. And then it's like, okay, Mark, we need to go up to the mountains. I need to get these woodpeckers.
But you've also found other people to go birding with.
Yeah, like Sylvia, like that next year, we went to Arizona together.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's
Nice.
like, okay. So we went to all the places, she knew where all of them were. So that was fun, just getting all my new lifers, and I think the Gamble's
Quail.
Yeah, it was like one of my favorite ones that we saw. So getting to know her and doing a lot with her, and then Lala came into town and doing birding with her. It's been.
What do you like most about birding in places like Costa Rica and other just really unusual places?
The culture. I think the people of Costa Rica, I just think they're absolutely wonderful. They're the friendliest people. They're just grand. But just learning other cultures and all, and seeing their land, seeing how things are. And no, I would go back to Costa Rica again, really over Ecuador. But
So you said DeMarc went to Ecuador, though.
yeah, he went.
Yeah.
But the problem is, Dennis, is that his life list is so much higher than mine because he did Ecuador. So it's like, dang, I need to go somewhere where he doesn't go so I can at least get closer to his number. Fair.
So are you in competition with Mark?
I'm in competition with everybody. No, I just like to get a little closer. It kind of bugs me because I'm the birder. I was the original, so it kind of bugs me.
So do you keep track of like what is it? The number of birds you've seen in Lane County this year?
Yes.
And do you know what rank you are in the
I think I'm 8.
8. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Last year I ended up at 5.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Like I say, it's like a game.
Tell me a little bit about how you got started birding.
I've always enjoyed birds. The real birding, I guess, for just backyard birding happened when I was around 11. We lived out in hills outside of Tucson in Arizona. And we had a lot of great desert birds. And for Christmas, when I was 11, I was given birds of North America. And fast forward to Oregon, nearing retirement, have a lot more time to do things you want to do. And so I started small, just over at Trail's End, a mile away.
Yeah.
And then it branched out from there.
It became more than maybe just a casual hobby, but really turned into something important to you.
It didn't take long. So I had a few months at Trail's End, and then I think I just really became obsessed.
Oh, that quickly.
And so I would go to like a third Saturday bird walk or the Wednesday birding group and get to learn new locations and meet other birders. And it's like a treasure hunt every day. I mean, it's like a game. I just really love finding the birds. And on the cover of that golden book I told you about, there were 3 buntings. And
what golden book?
The Golden Field Guide, sorry.
Oh, yes.
That I got when I was 11. And on the cover of that, there were 3 buntings that I really wanted to see when I was 11. And it just never happened. But here in Oregon, in 2023, I got to see 2 of them, and the lazuli and the indigo. And the third one was a painted bunting. And then this year we had the one in Florence, and I went with some friends, and that completed my quest. And my husband says it only took me 55 years to complete the birding quest to see the buntings on the cover of my book. But every time I go to see a rare bird with a friend, I just love it. And you meet people from, Portland or Bend, as well as running into your friends, your local friends, and it's just a neat community.
Well, I think I looked up on eBird to see who had the most species in Lane County this year. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I do. I do know. I mean, currently.
Yeah.
And of the people who are actually e-birding. But yeah, I have been fortunate to be at the top of the list. I'm more comfortable actually being like second or third, but
what do you foresee with birding in your future? You plan on traveling like to South America and Taiwan and stuff like that?
I'm not the most adventurous traveler. This year I did meet my sister and brother-in-law to go birding in Ohio in May, so we saw a lot of warblers and new birds there.
Oh, wonderful, yeah.
And so that was like kind of my main out of state experience, and I hope to go to Arizona again. You know, I mean, I truly have had really wonderful friends and experiences birding. I feel like I found my place, kind of.
That's good. That's real important.
It's a wonderful community.
Yeah.
Lala, I think you're going to be known as Horse Feathers from now on.
That was interesting.
That wasn't so bad.
Oh, I don't know.
I wish I could have waxed philosophic.
Is it too late to change my answers?
Yes, I think it is. I think we're stuck with it.
It was kind of fun today.
Yeah, it's such a nice morning. So
And it's so pretty here, too. I heard so many birds.
I saw a hummingbird.
Oh, did you?
Do you know why they're called hummingbirds?
oh, why?
Because they forgot the words to their song.
Oh, you're so silly.
Oh, gosh. What happened?
Hello. Holy cow! It's Nancy Clogston. You're the perfect person I'm looking for. Holy mackerel! It's Cindy Malding. Cindy Malding.
Well, it wasn't Cindy Mackerel. Why not?
Matt Hunter, through OBAL, asked for volunteers for people to look for a particular dragonfly that he theorized could be in the Willamette Valley. Hadn't been found in the Willamette Valley, but he thought, given where he's been finding them down in the Umpqua Basin, that they should be up here now too. So all I knew was that river jewelwing, but I volunteered to look for the Walker's Darner dragonfly. And so my 13-year-old grandson joined me. We went to one workshop with Carrie Kirst at Green Island on dragonflies. My grandson was smitten by dragonflies by that too. And we went searching for the Walker's Darner, not knowing much at all other than we should look for a creek small enough you can jump over. It's okay if it has some dried up places, just so there's some water. And it should be 1 to 2 miles from the headwaters of that creek. And we ended up at Frank Kinney Park at the south end of East Amazon Parkway. And we had our nets. And there's dragonflies patrolling along the edge of that creek. Where there's inlets, it would go in and swoop with our net, pull it out with shaking hands, get a video, and look for all the field marks. The abdominals, the last abdominal segment has no coloration.
Oh, wow.
The other abdominal segments have paired blue spots. No spots on the bottom side, among other things. And sure enough, it was a Walker's Darner. So our notoriety is that we were the first ones to find a Walker's Darner dragonfly in the southern Willamette Valley.
Fantastic, fantastic.
And yeah, it's really been fun. Patagonia State Park. We were camped there, and I left to go birding at dawn and was back on the birding trail, and I heard a bull. I could see a bull through my binoculars coming down this ridge, and it was just growling and bellowing. And I've been around cows and bulls on my grandfather's farm. I wasn't too worried, but it just kept getting closer and closer, like really, I couldn't see it anymore, but it was really close. And I ended up assessing which tree would be best to climb, that I could climb with my camera and my fanny pack and my binoculars. And there was one kind of leaning, and I climbed the tree. As soon as I got up there, this bull shows up, just snorting and growling. And I was scared.
Yeah.
And I was just hanging on because as I'm climbing up that tree, the branches are breaking off, and I'm not sure if he starts budding the tree, if it would fall over.
Yeah.
But he looked at me and growled and bellowed and moved on. And then I called Wade, and I waited till a ranger came to get me down because I wasn't going to go down. And he ended up saying, there's 2 bulls around there, and they're kind of in competition, and they were communicating with each other, and I just happened to be in between them.
Okay.
While I was up there, I just kept birding.
Yeah.
I was looking at my list, and I saw, I think, my lifer Verdon when I was up that tree.
Okay.
Paul Sherrill and I decided, we left early in the morning, like 5:30 or something, to drive all the way to Summer Lake. And we're going down the road, we're like half an hour away, and we run into sheep all across the road. And we're going, we've got to go. And here's these sheep and the sheepdog and the guys on the horses. And finally they cleared the road, and we hurried to the refuge. And so we got out there and set up the scopes, and I found it. And I got a photo of it. And
That, I think, is one of the... My wife talks about that all the time. She says, you birders are so good at communicating with each other and staying in touch, and that you're all so nice, too, she says. Which is true. Yeah.